Hi, it's Alice. I was wondering what to do the video about today, and then I had an idea, because I noticed that as I look in the mirror, when I look in the mirror, this eyebrow is always higher than this one. Can you see that? This one is higher. It's like that. And it's interesting when you think of the reasons why this happens. A lot of the time, if one eyebrow is higher than the other one, it means that there's, on this side of the body, where the higher eyebrow is there some kind of tension. And this can often relate to an old injury, or maybe a new one, a sprain, or you've fallen over, or you've got a problem with your hip or your knee, or even a shoulder, or just a muscle tightness on one side of the body. So it's always very, very useful to know exactly where you have these problems. And this made me think about my eyebrow today, and I'm going to have a look and find out what this is all about. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. It's very, very good to do this exercise once in a while, because we can all become aware of how we actually look and how we feel, much more importantly, and put those things right. So I notice as well, when I sit down, I try and sit with my legs crossed, that actually this side, can you see that? This leg, this knee is higher than this knee quite a lot, and it's actually not comfortable for me to push it down. That also shows me that this part of my body, there's some kind of tension here, okay? Now, I can't think of anything that I've done recently, although I might have fallen over without remembering, but I don't remember right now what I've done. So I'm going to investigate, okay? I think the problem's probably in this muscle here. I'm just thinking off the top of my head right now with you. So I think the problem's going to be here, because this is the muscle which is having trouble in extending. So I think there's some tightness here, but I'm going to start from the toe and work my way up the leg and up the foot, because I think it's a very useful place to start, and I probably do have further tensions down here. So this is the side which is higher. All this is connected, as we know. So this muscle is connected to this muscle, that connects to this muscle, goes all the way down the body. So we're finding out whereabouts the tension is coming from. I'm going to start in the toes. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Just gently, I'm trying to relax my leg as much as possible by taking it with the other arm. Now with this arm, I'm just pushing gently, sometimes quite firmly, to see if there's any place that feels tender. That feels okay, nothing too extraordinary. Behind the tendon. Okay, now I'm going to try the muscles that go along the back part of my leg, okay? Up on both sides, pressing in quite firmly. Oh, that felt a bit... There's a spot just here that feels tight. Now here I'm going to just gently press in. I found a place. I'm going to press in and give it a bit of massage. Now I'm going to go across the muscle fibres. The muscle fibres in the leg, you probably know, go vertically. They're coming from the knee down to the ankle bone. So they go that way. I'm going to move slightly across those muscles, okay? Just to help release that tension a bit. I'm going to press in with my thumbs. With these parts, I'm pressing in. Okay. Try and keep the leg relaxed. Just work it gently across now. Going up a bit. Going towards this is the part now where I think I'm going to find something around this part of my leg. Ouch. Just here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing just here. I found a tender place that's quite tight. I'm just pressing across the muscle fibres to loosen it up a bit. Okay, now I haven't got much time to show you here. Sorry, this is Samuel Spratt. He's very interested in the microphone. Don't think about it, Samuel. You ruin everything. Oh dear, don't fall off there. Okay, just pressing in here, and I feel it's already getting a little bit looser. So I'm just going to try a quick experiment here. I'm going to try and sit down now in the position that I found difficult before and see whether there's any difference to in the beginning. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Even when I put my leg around the other way to how I usually sit, I think this side is now lower than it was. It may be slightly higher still because there's still some tension, but can you see it's lower? I think it is. So, which means that this is working. This tension release method is working. It's a very useful way to keep an eye on how we are, how our muscles are and our joints and everything, and to try to keep everything. Now you might think, what's this got to do with face yoga? Well, everything. The more we release these tensions in parts of our bodies, the more symmetrical our faces will be, and the more relaxed and the better everything will feel and everything will work. Now, other asymmetries, when things aren't symmetrical, come from all sorts of things. I mean, you might, for example, notice that you look a bit like this. I'm exaggerating, but maybe one shoulder's higher or the other shoulder's higher, and when that happens, it's usually this muscle here. It could be this muscle. By releasing this, you're going to help to bring this down, or the other side. It can be all sorts of different things, but this is just something that came up that I wanted to show you today, because I think it's a very useful and easy way to find out where we hold our tensions and how that affects our posture and our faces. Okay, thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.